name is Vani, and I am a venture capital investor with Masters Fund. We focus on investing in women-led tech companies, and we are looking to grow an ecosystem of women professionals, women businesses, and women investors. And so along those lines, as I look to 2022, one of my big predictions is that we will tip the scale in female funding because we've reached the point where there is no choice. Women have been somewhat backed into a corner, and there have been opportunities to recreate different funding models, find different opportunities to find customers, create new ecosystems, create different ways of working. That allows and empowers women. However, women have been forced into a bit of a corner over the last couple of years. And so my expectation is that they have reached the point and reached the support and the knowledge to start to shift. Why do we see that? Workforce has changed immensely, and a lot of that is driven by the fact that it hasn't been sustainable for all people contributing to the workforce. It was okay, we acknowledge that that existed for a while, but we never saw any sort of reaction to that because there were people employed and people willing to work under those conditions. Well, we saw with the Great Resignation that that has happened. And as a result of that, we have seen that for people to come back, for people to want to come back, these technologies have to develop to ensure that people want to contribute more so to the workplace. I have another concern about 2022, and that relates to inflation. As we start to think about what has happened to the workforce, we're also looking for the demand for higher wages, and I expect that's going to continue in full force. In particular, we've seen it already with the labor markets and the strikes of 2021. We have started to see some tremendous escalators being implemented in those contracts that put quite a bit of inflationary pressure. So when I start to think about inflationary pressure and whether central banks can or cannot come in and keep that at bay, I also expect to see more volatility in cryptocurrency, but perhaps some creation of a fundamental assertion. Maybe not the great dissociation of the two, but it will be put to the test as we see inflationary pressures continue to build, whether or not the market can believe that those inflation pressures can be managed by the Fed. If the belief is that they cannot be managed by the Fed or other central banks, I expect to continue to see a swell of money moving into cryptocurrency as a result of that, as the hope that this dissociation or this great dissociation happens. I'm looking forward to seeing it in 2022, but also a little nervous about it.